Hey guys, welcome back to Paracord Planet. One of our most popular projects in the past has been this daisy bracelet. It's not really made up by us, it's really based on the Aztec Sun Bar by J.D. Lenzen. But we thought it'd be fun to combine that with our water bottle handle that uses these nice plastic retention rings. So today we're going to be doing this daisy pattern on a water bottle handle. This is also a tutorial on this channel, so we'll link to both of those in the description, but we're going to be doing that daisy pattern right along here. So for this project, you're going to need about 15 feet of canary yellow, 10 feet of Kelly green, and then 2 to 3 feet of chocolate brown. Then for hardware, we need this water bottle ring that's made for wide mouth Hydro Flask and Nalgene bottles, a 5/8 inch plastic buckle, or whatever you want to use in that case, and then a little cord lock. I'm going to be using a FID like this, and it's not the end of the world if you don't have one, but it's going to help if you do. With that, let's dive in. So the setup for this one is a little bit more complicated than a bracelet. So we're going to start with our green and fold it in half, and we'll start by cow hitching it onto one of our buckle halves. And we're going to do a wide cow hitch. So we'll go down through the top, bring the loop over, and cinch that tight. But then we're going to be taking our ends and bringing them once more through that buckle. And we're going to bring that cord up through the bottom of the buckle. So not through the top, but up through the bottom. And this is one of those times where a FID would be handy, but I'm just going to struggle my way through it. Pull that all the way through, and then grab that loop that was holding those in place and stick the ends down through that. Once you're done, your wide cow hitch should look about like that. If you don't want to go through the extra work of doing that one, a normal cow hitch is going to work. Your buckle will just slide around a little bit. Next, bring those ends down through one of the side loops on our ring. Make sure it's the one with another loop opposite. We aren't going to be doing anything with this hole right here. We'll pull that all the way through and bring it underneath to the other side. After passing those ends up through that side, we're going to add a cord lock. So just stick both of the strands through that cord lock. On the bottom, we want to make sure that our cords aren't twisted around each other like mine are, and then that there's enough slack for those cords to go around the ring. Now it's time to bring those ends down through the other side of the buckle. After that, we're going to be attaching these with 2 individual cow hitches. So starting with one side, we're just going to lay the left side over here so it's not in the way. With this right side cord, this is the one attached to our ring. This is our end of the cord, so bring that up through the middle, across to the outside again, and then bring that end up through here. And then once we have this little loop left, we just want to bring the end down through that. We'll do the same with our other cord. So here in between our cord lock and this side of the buckle is going to be our woven portion, and we want that to be about 8 inches long. So adjust your cow hitches and then tighten them down. So with your setup all done, it should look about like this, and now we're ready to add in those other colors. So now we want to find the middle of our yellow cord, and we'll be cow hitching that onto a couple green strands. So we want to take the outside 2 cords and cross them over the middle, so that they're laying together like this. Then we'll take the yellow and stick that fold underneath. Bring the fold down to the top and those end of the cords through that loop. So now we have what I would call an upside down cow hitch. Our loop going across is on the bottom. Tighten down your green first, and then your yellow. Now we're going to be laying the left side green cord down over that other center cord, and same with the right side. So now we're going to split our two yellows, and they're going to be cow hitched onto the two sides like this. So we'll take that left side cord, lay it right over the top of the center cord, and the right side the same thing. We'll start with the left, bring the yellow underneath, leaving just a small loop like this, then bring the end down through. We want to tighten that cord down nice and tight before we move on. And then we'll bring that cord underneath, over the top, and down through the outside loop there. So those are two half hitches in opposing directions to make our cow hitch. We'll do this again on the other side if you didn't catch that one. So now with the right side, bring the whole cord underneath, leaving a loop like this. Find that end, bring it down through, underneath your green back to the outside. So that's our first half hitch. Tighten that down first. Then we want to come up through the middle, across the top, then bring that end up through this loop here. And there's our second half hitch. So there we have 3 petals done. It's time to make our 4th before adding in that brown color. This last petal is not going to be a cow hitch. First, start by putting your yellows on the bottom so that they're out of the way. Now with those yellows out of the way, we're going to cross our 2 green cords again. It's whatever ones we crossed last time. And it helps if we keep the same cord on top each time. So last time it was this cord going from right to left. So now it's going to be this cord going from left to right. That'll keep on top. That'll just keep our bracelet, or handle in this case, from twisting. Now we'll take the right side yellow cord first and bring it up down here, and then back down right through here. So we're just doing a single half hitch for each cord. Just like that. And the same on the other side. Up through here and down through here. And then before we tighten that down, we want to add in our brown. If you don't have a paracord fid, you might need to loosen a couple of your last knots to get the brown through, but I'll show you where it's going through. These 2 cords, the ones that we crossed over initially, I'll hold it up to the camera here. We're going to go down right through the middle of those. Like that, and we'll just leave a little bit on the end here. Then on the bottom side, we'll be coming again through those 2 green cords. So the ones that are crossing down here, we're just going to go underneath that top one and over the bottom one. So right like this. So there's our cross piece. Now we're going to bring the brown up through the bottom. So coming up through here, and just pick a side, go up one side and down the other. So that when we cinch it down, it's going to have one cord going up and down and one cord going over that across. Pull all of our slack through. And then first we have to tighten down that original knot. So our yellows and greens. Just kind of have to alternate until it's all tightened down. Then we want to tighten our brown right after that, so pull that first vertical one tight first, and then the cross piece. Oh, and I almost forgot, before we tighten down our brown cord, we should bring our end up through this loop right here. That's going to position our brown cord a little bit higher so that we keep a consistent knot in the middle there. Then once we tighten that down, we can just repeat this pattern down the length of our strap. One thing I should note before we time lapse through the rest of it is that this bottom petal of the first flower becomes the top petal of our next flower. So no need to make another one of those, we'll just start with our 2 side ones next. So there's our handle all done, and we can go ahead and put it on a water bottle now. So loosen our cord lock. There we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this take on the daisy bracelet turned into a water bottle handle. If you guys want to make this yourself, be sure to check out the links in the description where we link to all of the supplies in our store. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. And the nice thing about this buckle is that you can take it off and clip the water bottle onto your backpack, or even just move it to drink. I was thirsty, okay?